The path towards an undemocratic America, all of us as citizens have to recognize that the path towards an undemocratic America is not going to happen in just one bang. It happens in a series of steps. And when you look at what's happened in places like Hungary and in Poland, that obviously did not have the same traditions, democratic traditions that we did. They weren't as deeply rooted. And yet, as recently as 10 years ago, we're functioning democracies, and now essentially have become
democracy doesn't always
authoritarian.
die in a military coup.
Yes.
Democracy dies at the ballot box.
That's now essentially have become
democracy doesn't always
authoritarian.
die in a military coup.
Yes.
Democracy dies at the ballot box.
That's
democracy doesn't
authoritarian.
always die in a military coup.
Yes.
Democracy dies at the ballot box.
That's exactly right. I think we have to worry when one of our major political parties is willing to embrace a way of thinking about our democracy that would be unrecognizable and unacceptable even 5 years ago or a decade ago. When you look at some of the laws that are being passed at the state legislative level, where legislators are basically saying, we're going to take away the certification of election processes from civil servants, secretaries of state, people who are just counting ballots, and we're going to put it in the hands of partisan legislatures who may or may not decide that a state's electoral votes should go to one person or another. And when that's all done against the backdrop of large numbers of Republicans having been convinced wrongly that there was something fishy about the last election, we've got a problem. And this is part of the reason why I think the conversation around voting rights at a national level is important. It's probably going to involve communities finding ways to rebuild that sense of neighborliness, working together, conversations. One of the things that, having been out of office for a while, I've gone back to thinking about is how can we do more bottom-up work to rebuild communities? To rebuild local media, to rebuild local conversations. Because that's where I think there's still the most hope